Have you ever noticed how easy it is to have a strong opinion about a subject until you learn something about it? Our next chapter on the Rain Country Journal is about a dance that's provoked some strong opinions, many of them just the opposite of what the dancers themselves believe about their art. Belly dancing has had a checkered image among those who know little of the dance. However, there's no confusion in the minds of a group of Juneau women who have formed a belly dance troupe.
Expressing the joy of being a woman and the power of being a woman. The dance is a very powerful dance. This dance definitely says I'm a woman and I'm proud of it and I enjoy it. And being a woman is something wonderful and something powerful to be.
The Daughters of the New Moon hold periodic gatherings featuring Middle Eastern food and discussion of belly dancing.
It places some of the earliest ideas that there may have been belly dancing at about 25,000 BC. They find artifacts from that time of Venus figures, which were a worship of the female body as the giver of life.
There have been cave drawings back many thousands of years ago, which would also emphasize that this was not only a dance for women, but of the Mother Goddess.
Belly dancing, Middle East in origin, was introduced in the United States in the 1890s at the Chicago World's Fair by entrepreneur Saul Bloom.
The fair was a huge success because people heard that there were women there shaking their hips and doing lewd dances. And immediately Saul Bloom found he had a gold mine on his hands. After that, every hoochie-coochie dancer in the country immediately jumped on the bandwagon and decided that she was going to be a belly dancer. The term belly dancer was originally coined by Saul Bloom.
What they considered revealing dress and exotic-looking beauties in those days would not be considered so today. The nightclub entertainers of today are far more exotically dressed than those young ladies ever thought of being.
Getting back to the dance in this country, one of the people who brought it out of the form that it was being done in burlesque was Ruth St. Denis, one of the very most famous dancers of our country. She did a number of very well-known roles that were Middle Eastern in their flavor. Her portrayal of, I believe it was Scheherazade, and I didn't bring the books I have about Ruth St. Denis, but show her in some costumes that are very oriental, and the terrific and famous stage designs of Erte were for her performances of that show. And we sort of copied our stage set from his designs. We're not quite that good.
Well, we're working on
it. But we're growing. We're a very growing troupe.
It should never be overtly sexy. I think even most American dancers would agree to that. We, in our troupe for sure, never want any of our dancers to be really sexy looking. You may be that way and you may be very sensual, but you should always be soft. Do your movements well, of course, but never do certain movements that would be considered outright sexy.
Here in the United States, women have lots of freedom. We are liberated. We are allowed to go where we want to, when we want to, and we do what we want to, and we express ourselves how we want to. And these freedoms are so wonderful for us that we can put on a beautiful flashy costume and we can interpret this sensual music to our heart's content, and people can just watch. And if they don't like it, they can just watch anyway.
And this is new for us, though. I remember I've been dancing about 13 years, and that first year, one of my relatives said to me when she learned I was taking lessons that I didn't know you were that kind of woman. Well, now, not only does my family support the dance, my bosses think it's wonderful, my commissioner thinks it's terrific. It's just an incredible difference from what it was.
Awareness is growing. Women's liberation is growing, and the understanding of the dance itself. Every time we perform someplace, we change an attitude. people think, gee, I didn't know that was such an art. That really is dancing, isn't it?
Thank you for joining us on our continuing exploration of the places like Elfin Cove, the people like explorer Amos Berg, and the activities like the Juneau Belly Dance Troupe that make up Rain Country. We'll be back again next week with another installment. I'm Scott Foster.